Hello, everyone. Welcome to FPLMN live show. This is our episode 5, and everyone out there, सबैलाई स्वागत छ हाम्रो live session मा. So back again, म यो season को second live, मेरो लागि चाहिँ second live लिएर तपाईहरुको अगाडि आइसकेको छु. Today I'm very excited, especially being a Chelsea fan. I have another fellow Chelsea fan who is a very die-hard fan with like मलाई चाहिँ एकदम आजको गेस्टको बारेमा भन्नुपर्दा चाहिँ उहाँ चाहिँ एकदम स्ट्याटको रूपमा चाहिँ हि इज अ स्ट्याट किङ भन्छु म उहाँलाई धेरै कुरा हुन्छ नि उहाँले स्ट्याटको रूपमा हेर्नुहुन्छ धेरै कुरा रेकर्डहरू हेर्नुहुन्छ हैन ब्याक हिस्ट्रीसम्म गएर फलो गरेको प्लेयर्सहरू अगाडि आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ उहाँले धेरै फलो गर्नुहुन्छ स्पेशली सो आइ एम रियली एक्साइटेड टु वेलकम हिम एन्ड हि इज नन अदर देन सुमन छेत्री फ्रम एमटिएन. So from our winning team last season, let's welcome Suman Chhetry Dai. Suman Dai, welcome. स्वागत छ तपाईलाई हाम्रो episode 5 मा.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. हामीसँग join हुनुभयो यो season अब एकदम short notice मै आइदिनु भयो अनि हामीसँग अब let's have some moment and welcome again. अनि केही भनिदिनु न कस्तो भइराछ यसपालि तपाईको FPL?
So far so good भनौं. Last year अलिकति experimental सेटअपहरुमा खेलाइरहेको थिएँ. यसपालि more traditional way मा चाहिँ अब खेलाइरहेको छु, like going for those premium players हैन. Last year चाहिँ I was more kind of hoping to get differential playerहरुले point ल्याओस् भनेर त्यो सेटअपमा खेलाइरहेको थिएँ भने यसपालि चाहिँ जुन प्रिमियम प्लेयर्सहरु राखेर एउटा मात्र डिफरेन्शियल प्लेयरहरु राखेर चाहिँ खेलाइरहेको छु. त्यसले गर्दा सो फार अब पोइन्ट्सहरु राम्रै आइरहेको छ. पोजिसन पनि नट ब्याड भनौं कम्पेयर टु लास्ट इयर. तर अब एक्सपेरिमेन्ट गर्नै बाँकी छ अझै हैन. सिजन इज स्टिल यङ. बल्लको त 4टा गेम भयो हैन. स्टिल अ लङ वे टु गो हेड. तर सो फार अब प्रिमियम प्लेयरहरुले राखेको प्लेयरहरुले पनि पोइन्टहरु राम्रै ल्याएको छ अनि डिफरेन्शियल पोइन्टहरु जो राखे तिनीले पनि राम्रै पोइन्टहरु ल्याइरहेको छ यसपालि. त्यही भएर अहिलेसम्म चाहिँ it's good so far.
भनेपछि तपाईको अनि त्यो जुन लास्ट इयरको तपाई अब एमटीएन बाट हुनुहुन्छ हैन MERTZ TITANS. सो विनिङ टिम लास्ट इयरको च्याम्पियन. सो कतिको प्रेसर फिल भइराछ यसपालि एमटीएन बाट एज अ च्याम्पियन हैन पहिलाको अब कतिको प्रेसर छ यसपालि तपाईको अब त्यो कपलाई होल्ड गर्नलाई?
लाइक अब प्रेसर त जहिले पनि हुन्छ एज अ डिफेन्डिङ च्याम्पियन. अब फेरि त्यही रिपिट गर्नु पर्यो हैन. त्यसले गर्दा किनभने लास्ट इयर वी ह्याड अ लट अफ स्ट्र्याटेजिज. अब स्पेशली अब एउटा सानो ग्रुप थियो हैन, ग्रुप अफ 10 पिपल. वी सम अफ देम वी हार्डली न्यू इच अदर हैन. स्पेशली म अब जब ग्रुपमा आएँ मोस्ट अफ देम न्यू फ्रम बिफोर बट आई ओन्ली ह्याड कनेक्सन फर अ भेरी सर्ट टाइम. आई ओन्ली न्यू फ्यु गाइज फ्रम देयर. अनि त्यसले गर्दा अब जेल हुन सुरुमा अलिकति टाइम लाग्यो हैन. अनि त्यसपछि we had a lot of strategies. We worked on different methods to counter other setups to get more points. And त्यसले गर्दा अब we kind of succeeded in that way. तर अब अहिले अब फेरि चेन्ज भएको छ, न्यू प्लेयरहरु एड भएको छ ग्रुपमा. अनि अब फेरि अब अरु ग्रुपहरुमा पनि राम्रो प्लेयरहरु एड भएको छ. त्यसले गर्दा कम्पिटिसन झन् बढेको छ. अनि फेरि कस्तो भन्दा सानो ग्रुप म्यानेज गर्नु र ठुलो ग्रुप म्यानेज गर्नुमा धेरै अलि फरक हुन्छ नि त. अनि फेरि ब्याटल भनेको इट्स गुड. समटाइम इट गोज डाउन टु वायर के. तिम्रो 1-2 पोइन्ट्सले गर्दा पनि एकदम लुजर यु विन द ब्याटल. त्यसले गर्दा अब त्यस्तो स्ट्र्याटेजीहरु बनाउन अलिकति गाह्रो हुन्छ. तर हाम्रो अब के भइरहेछ भन्दा सुरुमा अब इट्स स्टिल अर्ली डेज हैन. त्यही भएर अहिले सुरुमा चाहिँ धेरै टिम ब्याटलमै धेरै फोकस गर्न भन्दा पनि आफ्नो पर्सनल गेनहरुमा पनि फोकस गर्ने. बिस्तारै अनि अलिकति अगाडि बढिसकेपछि चाहिँ
पोजिसन हेरेपछि
कसरी अब पोजिसन आफ्नो पोजिसनहरु हेरेपछि चाहिँ कसरी अब टिम ब्याटलमा धेरै ध्यान दिने कि आफ्नो पर्सनल पोजिसनमा धेरै ध्यान दिने भन्नेतिर चाहिँ अब लागिन्छ. अब हाम्रो त्यो स्ट्र्याटेजी हाम्रो लास्ट इयर पनि थियो के. जस्तै अब अलिकति एडभान्स स्टेजमा पुगिसकेपछि चाहिँ पर्सनल पोजिसन अलिकति त्यस्तो. जस्तै मेरो पर्सनल पोजिसन राम्रो थिएन हैन. सो आई कम्प्लिटली
फोकस अन टिम ब्याटल भन्नु पर्यो.
actually
हजुर
I actually took a hit of like kati minus 16, minus 20 points at some point, just to get some point for Team Battle. Okay.
राम्रो फेरि यसपालि हाम्रो लिगबाट नै अब 2टा टिम आउट हुने भएकोले अलिकति केयरफुल हुनुपर्ने हुन्छ जबकि लास्ट सिजन चाहिँ एकजना मात्र आउट हुन्थ्यो यसपालि 2टा टिम छ सो एनीवे त्यो टिम ब्याटल आफ्नो ठाउँमा छ सो द्याट्स आवर हाम्रो इन्टरनल लिग भयो बट टकिङ अबाउट ओभरअल एफपिएल तपाईँको लागि अब जस्तै फुटबल अब प्रिमियर लिग होइन प्रिमियर लिग अनि एफपिएल कतिको इम्पोर्टेन्स लाग्छ यत्रो वर्ष भइसक्यो तपाईँ पनि खेलिराख्नु भएको होइन आई थिङ्क सिन्स 2010-11 सुरु गर्नुभएको छ 2013-14मा हाइएस्ट पनि थियो तपाईँको होइन 2013-14मा हाइएस्ट थियो 2400 पोइन्ट्स स्कोर गर्नुभएको थियो सो वाट इज एफपिएल फर यु तपाईँले अब कतिको फुटबल र एफपिएललाई कसरी हेर्नुहुन्छ कसरी चाहिँ म्यानेज गर्नुहुन्छ टाइम अहिलेसम्म यो लास्ट डिकेड 1 डिकेड भइसक्यो होइन
अब एकदम प्लेन सेन्समा कुरा गर्ने हो भने फुटबल इज लाइक माई सेकेन्ड वाइफ होइन आई अलवेज हेभ ब्याटल इन माई हाउस होल्ड के अरे मेरो मिसेस चाहिँ जहिले पनि होइन के अरे किन फुटबल आएपछि म हेर्छु क्या अब
चेल्सी इज योर बेबी हैन
अब फुटबल आएपछि मलाई हेर्नुपर्छ क्या लाइक त्यो अब स्पेसली प्रिमियर लिगहरू भयो च्याम्पियन्स लिगहरू भयो होइन त्यो चाहिँ मलाई हेर्नै पर्छ अनि त्यही भएर मेरो हाउस होल्डमा पनि त्यो डिस्कसन भइरहेको छ क्या यो फुटबललाई किन कति प्रायोरिटी दिएको किन त्यस्तो के अरे मरिहत्ते गरेर हेरिरहेको भनेर त्यस्तो कुराहरू भइरहेको छ होइन तर आई डोन्ट नो लाइक होइन आई स्टार्टेड वाचिङ फुटबल व्हेन आई वाज अ किड अनि आई स्टार्टेड फलोइङ EPL फ्रम back in I would say around 2000-2001 that's when I actually started watching EPL a lot and I actually started supporting Chelsea back in 2002-2003 time just before Mourinho era अनि त्यही भएर पनि I have been sort of following the game for a long time and अनि त्यसपछि जब अब त्यति बेला अब यो फ्यान्टासी भन्ने कुरा खासै थिएन होइन यु जस्ट वाच द गेम यु इन्जोय द गेम द्याट्स इट तर जब फ्यान्टासीको अलिकति उहरू आयो होइन त्यसपछि इट मेड गेम इभन बेटर in terms of the excitement and then it's not only about your team के किनभने अब अहिले अब फ्यान्टासीले कसरी तिम्रो भ्यू पोइन्ट चेन्ज गरेछ भन्दाखेरि you not only follow your team but you also want other team to do better because then you'll get more points and you have all those other things that you can achieve from that so
every match every game basically matters for you होइन त्यो हेर्नु नभए इभन अब हामी न्युक्यासल र अब क्रिस्टल प्यालेस हेर्दाखेरि रमाइलो हुन्छ होइन त्यो छुट्टै भाइब्स नै हुन्छ त्यो प्लेयरहरूको एभ्रिथिङ बिकज अफ फ्यान्टासी त्यो चाहिँ मान्नै पर्छ सो फुटबल तपाईँको अब एउटा हुन्छ नि फुटबललाई तपाईँले छोड्नै सक्नुहुन्छ छोड्नै सक्नुहुन्न होइन त्यसमा त्यो फ्यान्टासी आएपछि चाहिँ त्यसमा अझ त्यसमा सुनमा सुगन्ध थपिए जस्तो भएको छ सो भन्नाले अब फ्यान्टासी चाहिँ अब तपाईँको लागि कहिले पनि अब सायद अब हुन्छ नि मलाई अब फ्यान्टासी पुग्यो अब खेल्दिनँ यो सिजन चाहिँ भन्ने अवस्था चाहिँ आउँछ कि आउँदैन जस्तो लाग्छ तपाईँलाई
त्यस्तो चाहिँ अब सायद आउँदैन होला तर अब इट अल डिपेन्ड्स अन सर्कमस्टान्सेस होइन पछि के हुन्छ के थाहा तर एज लङ एज देयर दिस काइन्ड अफ एक्साइटमेन्ट किनभने अब अहिले हाम्रो एक्साइटमेन्ट लेभल अलि हाई छ नि त किनभने हाम्रो धेरै एक्टिभिटीहरू छ अनि वी गेट कनेक्टेड थ्रु फुटबल वी नो न्यू पिपल वी गेट टु नो न्यू पिपल होइन यु गेट न्यू फ्रेन्ड्स अनि त्यसले गर्दा कनेक्सन हुन्छ एउटा outside your circle you always tend to stay in your circle but because of fantasy football you go outside your circle you make more friends त्यही भएर पनि it's a kind of good thing to have तर if this trend goes on then maybe it will stay for a long time तर it's really hard to say
यसमा छोटो एउटा तपाईँको छोटो विचार लिइहालौँ इन केस इन फ्युचर होइन भनौँ न नेपालको फुटबल पनि त्यस्तै राम्रो हुँदै गयो अनि अब यो शहीद स्मारक लिगहरू हुँदै गयो अनि यदि नेपालको फ्यान्टासी नेपालको लागि पनि अब नेपालको आफ्नै फ्यान्टासी आउँछ भने तपाईँ कतिको इन्ट्रेस्टेड हुनुहुन्छ होला
अब अफकोर्स त्यो अब इन्ट्रेस्ट त लागिहाल्छ होइन, तर अब
हजुर
त्यही हो, अब कुन लेभलसम्म जान्छ त्यसमा भर पर्ने कुरा हो। अनि डु यु नो द प्लेयर्स, बिकज फ्यान्टासी इज अल अबाउट नोइङ द प्लेयर्स, स्ट्याट्स, होइन,
हजुर
तिनीहरू कसरी पर्फर्म गर्छ के सब थाहा हुनु पऱ्यो नि त एउटा एउटा फ्यान्टासी टिम म्यानेज गर्नको लागि त। यदि हामीसँग त्यस्तो वेपन्सहरू हुन्छ, त्यस्तो स्ट्याट्सहरू एभाइलेबल हुन्छ र त्यो यो प्लेटफर्ममा एउटा अलिकति ब्रोड प्लेटफर्ममा चाहिँ गर्न सकिन्छ भने it would be very good, very interested, and
ओके
knowing it's from Nepal, it adds to that extra spice, होइन। तर you got to have all the weapons with you. त्यतिकै नेपालको हो गर्छु भनेर मात्र चाहिँ हुँदैन। यदि सबै कुरा एभाइलेबल छ भने चाहिँ इन्ट्रेस्टिङ नै हुन्छ, तर यदि त्यो छैन भने जस्ट फर द नेम त्यो त्यति इन्ट्रेस्टिङ चाहिँ हुँदैन।
हुन्छ त हेरौँ, होपफुली इन नियर फ्युचर लोकल फुटबल पनि त्यसरी नै अब संसारभरि चिनियोस् होइन। सो एनी विथ द्याट नोट लेट्स गो टु आवर रेगुलर सो। सो हियर वी गो इन एपिसोड 5। अनि हाम्रो यो सिजन चाहिँ हाम्रो एफपिएल म्यानेजर नेपाल हामी रिभाइभ भएका छौँ। लास्ट सिजन हाम्रो अर्कै नाम थियो, बट दिस सिजन वी आर नोन एज एफपिएल म्यानेजर नेपाल। अनि हामीलाई चाहिँ स्पोन्सर गर्नुभएको छ इनिरा डायमन्ड, सो थ्याङ्क यू फर देम। अनि त्यो सँगै हामीसँग केक बाकस हुनुहुन्छ, उहाँ चाहिँ हाम्रो बेकरी पार्टनर। सो देयर आर लट्स अफ डिस्काउन्ट्स अफर्स अभाइलेबल विथ देम when you have a code FPLMN. So do contact them through their Facebook, especially from Facebook page भन्छु म, and then you can put the code FPLMN and you will get discounts and offers from them. So यो सँगै let's move on to our regular show. So सुमन दाइ सँग हाम्रो 2-4 वटा कुराहरू छन्। अनि मस्ट ह्याभ 11 हाम्रो मेन सेक्सन चाहिँ हाम्रो मस्ट ह्याभ 11 हो। सो टकिङ अबाउट मस्ट ह्याभ 11, तपाईँले हामीलाई दिनुभएको छ एउटा गोलकिपर, स्पेसली चारजना डिफेन्डर्स, 4जना मिडफिल्डर्स अनि 2टा स्ट्राइकर्स। सो यसमा मलाई सोध्नु मन लागेको कुरा चाहिँ तपाईँ सधैँ 4जना डिफेन्डर प्रिफर गर्नुहुन्छ अथवा नर्मली मान्छेले धेरै जस्तो चाहिँ अब एफपीमा कस्तो देखिन्छ भन्दा 3टा डिफेन्डर अनि मिडफिल्डमा चाहिँ धेरै पैसा हाल्ने होइन। अनि स्ट्राइकर यो सिजन चाहिँ अब स्ट्राइकरमा पनि धेरै अप्सन छ। सो दे गो फर मेबी 3 डिफेन्डर्स एन्ड दे पुश हार्ड अन द फ्रन्ट लाइन। बट तपाईँको स्ट्राटेजी कस्तो हुन्छ कि यो गेम विक 5 को लागि मात्रै तपाईँसँग स्पेसली 4जना डिफेन्डर चुज गर्नुभयो अथवा तपाईँ सधैँ प्राय डिफेन्समा चाहिँ तपाईँले स्ट्रङ बनाउनुहुन्छ?
मेरो युजुअल प्रिफरेन्स चाहिँ म डिफेन्स खासै स्ट्रङ म राख्दिनँ। मेरो युजुअल प्रिफरेन्स चाहिँ बजेट र बार्गेन डिफेन्डर अनि त्यसपछि प्रिमियम मिडफिल्डर र प्रिमियम फरवर्ड, त्यो चाहिँ मेरो प्रिफरेन्स हो होइन। तर यसपालिको गेम विकमा चाहिँ कस्तो भन्दा चाहिँ अब फिक्चर्सहरू हेर्दा र देयर सर्टेन फ्याक्टर्सहरू जस्तै अब यो इन्टरनेसनल ब्रेक पछिको सेकेन्ड गेम विक हो होइन। अनि युजली अब स्ट्याट्सहरू हेर्ने हो भने चाहिँ जो प्लेयरहरू इन्टरनेसनल ड्युटीबाट रिटर्न भएको प्लेयरहरू चाहिँ युजली दे डोन्ट टेन्ड टु पर्फर्म वेल इन द फर्स्ट गेम विक, बट दे टेन्ड टु पर्फर्म बेटर इन द सेकेन्ड गेम विक बिकज अफ द्याट जेट ल्याग एन्ड एभ्रिथिङ। त्यसले गर्दा पनि त्यो यो गेम विक 5मा चाहिँ मैले स्लाइटली लाइक यो 4-4-2 फर्मेसनमा चाहिँ प्लेयरहरू चुज गरेको होइन। एन्ड अल्सो अदर फ्याक्टर इज अब मैले मस्ट ह्याभ 11 चाहिँ कसरी चुज गरेँ भन्दाखेरि नट नेसेसरली प्रिमियम प्लेयर्स के। अब यु क्यान मेक अ मस्ट ह्याभ 11 विथ प्रिमियम प्लेयर्स, देयर इज नो सर्टेज अफ प्रिमियम प्लेयर्स होइन। तर इट्स नट प्र्याक्टिकल। You can't have all of them in your team. You can't feed them because of the budget and all the other restrictions. So त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ बरु मैले चाहिँ मस्ट ह्याभ चाहिँ कसरी हेरेछु भन्दा तिनीहरूको अब पर्फर्मेन्स कस्तो हुन सक्छ, फिक्चर्स कस्तो छ, अनि क्यान वी फिट देम इन द टिम। Because as you know, we most of us have about 2-3 premium players, and rest of the budget is scattered with all the budget and those bargain players. So trying to find those budget and bargain players is always a key when you are trying to get high points with those premium players. त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ मैले must have 11 चाहिँ त्यसरी budget or bargain with a mix of premium players चाहिँ चुज गरेको।
Okay, पक्कै पनि एकदम इन्ट्रेस्टिङ भयो होला छ. So we will move on and then see what are those players. त्यो चारजना डिफेन्डर, चारजना मिडफिल्डर, दुईजना स्ट्राइकर को हुनेछन्. So we will look one by one, position wise. So moving on to the goalkeeper, हामीसँग Ederson from Man City. So why Ederson? लाइक किन एडरसन नै सिटीको अगाडिको कोही पनि अब पक्कै पनि हुन्छ नि पेप रोल आउट भएकोले अगाडिको कोही पनि फिक्स नहुने भएर तपाईले अब सिटीको गोलकिपर चाहिँ चुज गर्नुभयो कि
one of the main reason त्यो पनि हो. अनि त्यसमाथि सिटीको ब्याकलाइन पनि सोलिड छ. दे हेभ गट अ भेरी सोलिड ब्याक फोर. अनि द नेक्स्ट गेम विक इज अगेन्स्ट साउथहम्पटन एन्ड there's a high chance at home, they will get a clean sheet against Southampton. त्यही भएर पनि अरूहरूको फिक्चर्स हेर्दा अब जस्तै अब चेल्सी हैन अथवा अरूहरूसँगको फिक्चर हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ एडरसन हिज फ्रेस भन्नाले अब भर्खर अब इन्ट्रेस्ट ड्युटीबाट आएको छ हैन. अनि त्यही भएर अब त्यो जुन यो सेकेन्ड गेम विक सिन्ड्रोम भन्छ नि, फर्स्ट गेम विकमा चाहिँ दे टेन्ड टु पर्फर्म स्लाइटली लेस बेटर, बट इन द सेकेन्ड गेम विक दे टेन्ड टु पर्फर्म बेटर. त्यसले गर्दा त्यो सेकेन्ड गेम विक सिन्ड्रोम पनि हुनसक्छ. अनि त्यसमाथि अब साउथहम्पटनसँग चाहिँ गेम भएको हुनाले अनि फेरि अब यो चाहिँ पे प्रुफ पनि हो हैन. अब एडरसन भनेको चाहिँ स्योर फर्स्ट 11मा पर्ने प्लेयर हो. त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ आई एम होपिङ फर अ क्लिन सेट अलङ विथ सम बोनस पोइन्ट फ्रम एडरसन.
Okay, yeah, good note on that. And तपाईँलाई के लाग्छ यो चेल्सी र लिभरपुलको फिक्चर्स छ? सो अहिले किनेर still this is gonna be good option, or you have some other options as well, someone like yep.
अब त्यो कुरा गर्दाखेरि अब एडरसन इज ओन्ली भेरी गुड चोइस फर नेक्स्ट गेम विक हैन. तर यदि ओभरअल नेक्स्ट 4-5 गेम विक्स हेर्ने हो भने चाहिँ हिज might not be the best option, because you might have some other options like Villaco Martinez. If you are going for some budget, then you have got very good 5 million keepers around the corner. But just for next game week and you have got money to spare, then Ederson I think is a sure clean sheet number. If you are trying to target a keeper for a bit longer term with good fixes, त्यो भने चाहिँ Ederson might not be the best choice. I would rather go for Leeds keeper because they have a very, very good fixtures coming up ahead. Even Wolves have got a very, very good fixtures in the next like 10 to 12 fixtures, and they're quite cheap. So.
ठिक छ, हेरौँ अब लिड्स र वुल्भ्सको कुरा गर्नुभयो. लिड्स र वुल्भ्सको पक्कै नै राम्रो फिक्चरहरू छन्. सो गोलकिपरमा स्पेन्ड गर्नु ठिक हो अथवा अगाडि ट्रिपल अप गर्नु ठिक हो, त्यो चाहिँ अब अगाडि हेर्दै जाउँ हामी तपाईँको के छन् है त. डिफेन्डर्समा जाउँ. सो लुकिङ अन टु डिफेन्डर्स, यु हेभ आर्नल्ड, स, मार्शल एन्ड डियास. So I can see Marshall is a cheap option, and then Saw is average. And Arnold, one of the premium, the most expensive one in EPL. So let's start from Arnold. So 7.5 million tag, is that worth?
I think it's no-brainer because every game week चाहिँ उसले अलि डेलिभर गरिरहेको छ. अनि फेरि अर्को स्टार्ट अब हेर्ने हो भने लास्ट सिजन लिभरपुलको ब्याक फोर त्यति स्ट्रङ थिएन, जस्ट बिकज भ्यान डाइक इन्जर्ड भयो. अनि त्यसमा तिनीहरूको जुन त्यो सोलिड ब्याक लाइन चाहिँ स्टेबल भएन, त्यसले गर्दा दे वे लिकिङ अ लट अफ गोल्स. तर दिस सिजन अब भ्यान डाइक ब्याक टु फुल फिटनेस छ हैन. अब उसको पार्टनर अब माटिप र अब अर्को को हुन्छ पार्टनर, ऊ चाहिँ अब सब्स्टिट्युट भएर खेलिरहेको छ. त्यसले गर्दा दे हेभ गट अ भेरी सोलिड ब्याक लाइन. अनि त्यसले गर्दा अब एउटा के पोटेन्सियल हुने भयो भन्दा क्लिन सिटको पोटेन्सियल हुने भयो हैन. अनि त्यसमाथि अनि आर्नल्ड अलवेज हेज गट पोटेन्सियल टु स्कोर अप फ्रन्ट, लाइक असिस्ट और गेट सम बोनस पोइन्ट बिकज अफ हिज क्रसेस एन्ड अल द्याट. सो अनि अब हामीले लास्ट फ्यु गेम विक्सहरूमा पनि हेरिसक्यौँ आर्नल्डको पोटेन्सियल. त्यसले गर्दा त्यो अहिलेको clean sheet plus chances of getting assist of front leg गर्दा चाहिँ I think 7.5, although it's a bit expensive, I think it's a good price tag. I would rather have Arnold at 7.5 than have a 7.5 midfielder.
Yep. So Arnold is always like must have. त्यही भएर नि 34% म्यानेजर्सहरूले चाहिँ ट्रस्ट गरेको छ है. अनि त्यसपछि अब Saw was very popular since start of the season. Even before season starts, everyone was going to Saw because of his performance in Euro Cup. अनि अहिले पनि देख्न सक्छौँ 44 more than 44% managers have trusted him. अनि अब अहिले अझै गेम विक 5 सम्म पुग्दाखेरि पनि you are backing Saw. So what is the reason? Is he really performing well, and do you think Manu is gonna get a lot of clean sheets?
The reason behind Saw selection is partly because he's from Manu. They have got a good set of fixes, and we are hoping they are not going to leak a lot of goals. And the second reason is he's only 5.5. He's not premium. 5.5. If you can get a premium sort of premium defender for 5.5, then you will have some spare money to spend elsewhere. So you have got two potential with Saw. One potential is if you have seen his games recently with England and with United, he tends to go up front a lot, and he tends to put a lot of crosses. He tends to take corners. So corner is another advantage as well, because you might get some assist from him. They were like Arnold. He tends to get a lot forward than what he used to do in the last year season. Tesmati, we have got the Ronaldo factor. All the players are very buoyed, and they are very. I think they will perform to a higher caliber than they have done because of that X factor. That might get some more goals, some more points. When you have a scorer like Ronaldo, then you have more chances of getting an assist from Saw.
Yep. अनि त्यसपछि अब अर्को डिफेन्डर कुरा गर्नु पर्दाखेरि मार्शल really sparked in last game अनि point पनि ल्याएको थियो. So Wolves have very good run of fixtures. अनि I think until game week 10 they have very favorable fixtures. अनि एकदमै potential भएको Marshall एकदम potential भएको player पनि हो. So you backing him, is it because of the fixtures, the price, or is it like he's like a complete package?
Three main factors. First, budget. He is only 4.5. He fits nicely in every team. Second thing, if you look at the next, I think 8 to 9 fixes, it's very, very favorable. They are playing teams around their capability at the same level of teams. And the other option is he is going to slot in playing 11 all the time, and he tends to get a lot forward. He puts in a lot of crosses that we have seen in the last 4 game weeks. And Wolves has got a very, very good attacking unit. I've seen almost 2 or 3 of their games, and I've been very, very impressed with how attack-minded the team setup is. New coach जसले नुनोलाई रिप्लेस गरेको छ, he tends to play a lot forward. अनि तिनीहरूको सेटअप नै कम्प्लिटली चेन्ज भएको छ. जस्तै पहिला अब नुनोले 3 ब्याक गरेर विङ ब्याकहरू खेलाउँथ्यो भने अहिले त्यो सेटअपै चेन्ज भएको छ. अनि त्यसले गर्दा they have got wingers, they have got flying fullbacks like Marcel, and you have got Semedo on the other side. They are very, very attacking. And I was a bit sort of on the borderline whether to choose Marcel or Semedo. But if you are also in the same pace with Marcel and Semedo, then if you have a bit more money to spend, then you can go for Semedo, because I think Semedo has got very, very good return outcomes to come in the next few game weeks. Like Marcel, Semedo tends to get a lot forward. He tends to take a lot of shots. So if you want to choose between Marcel and Semedo from Wolves, then it's a question of, do you want to spend extra 0.5 million?
सक्दो खोजिराख्नु भएको छ भने चाहिँ पक्कै पनि मार्सलमा जाँदा चाहिँ एकदमै
एकदम पैसा कम छ. And if you want a top player with good potential than Marcel, but if you have about 5 million to spend, then you can go for Semedo, because Semedo will take a lot of shots and he will put a lot of crosses.
Okay. Again, यो सँगै अब मार्सलको साइडमा छ डियास हैन. अब डियास with 6 million price tag, and त्यसपछि I can see Chelsea and Liverpool coming. So do you think this potentially best pick for Game Week 5 and coming
Just game week 5,
game,
yeah,
just Game Week 5. Okay.
just game week 5. किनभने अब ड्यास अगेन ड्यास चाहिँ पे प्रुफ हो होइन.
हजुर.
He will be in your starting 11 अनि because they are playing Southampton next time around, I'm hoping there would be a clean sheet for City. So you can, so that's why I've doubled up with Diaz with Ederson, because if you are going to get a clean sheet, and then you are going to get it from both sides.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, no, त्यसमा त कुनै डाउटै छैन. Even City players are fixture proof. Chelsea र Liverpool कै match हो नि, they can return really good points. So let's move on to midfielders now. So we have Salah, Rafinha, Sarr, and Triancao. So yet another I can see Wolves player अनि Rafinha Leeds player पनि छ. अनि त्यसपछि Salah त अब every time सायद गेम 38 सम्म नै Salah चाहिँ यो सेक्सनमा रहिरहन्छ होला हैन. So let's start with Salah's 12.5 million. Also price the rise भएको छैन, but still he is already owned by 54%. अनि one of the reason हुन्छ नि अब यो Ronaldo आएसँगै Bruno सबैले बेच्न थाल्यो. So Son is injured. So we have only one premium midfielder. मैले त त्यही देख्छु अनि तपाईको लिस्टमा पनि त्यही देखिरहेको छु हैन. Is it he is the only premium midfielder in for this recent game weeks हरूमा? Do you think that's what happening?
Yeah, I think that's part of the reason. तर अर्को reason के हो पनि भन्दाखेरि Salah will, regardless of fixture, he will give you return. त्यसले गर्दा Salah is a must have. And also the other reason is although you have Fernandes who is in the similar price range, it is hard to accommodate two premium players from the same team. And if you want to get Ronaldo, then there's no justification to put Fernandes at the in the midfield, because firstly they will cancel out each other's benefit. Either assist or goal, they will cancel out each other. त्यसले गर्दा it's better to take out one premium midfielder and put your trust in another premium midfielder, which is Salah. And as you said, Son is injured. And we don't have that kind of consistent premium midfielder. Like we used to have KDB. He's out injured. We don't know when he's gonna get back. त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ अहिले चाहिँ Salah नै सायद हैन pick of the bunch.
मलाई नि यसो सोच्दाखेरि हुन्छ नि, मलाई अब लास्ट फ्यु सिजनहरु हेर्दाखेरि अहिलेसम्म मलाई यस्तो दिन याद छैन कि जब कि अब हामीसँग प्रिमियम मिडफिल्डरै छैन कि. इट्स ओन्ली Salah हैन. यसो सोच्यो भने अनि वी हैव टु गो एन्ड पिक सम अदर बजेट मिडफिल्डर्स एन्ड वी कैन. अनि गुड थिङ इज वी हैव सो मेनी स्ट्राइकर्स, प्रिमियम स्ट्राइकर्स दिस सिजन. अनि त्यो सबै मनी चाहिँ हामी स्ट्राइकरमा हाल्न सक्छौँ. So still you reckon हुन्छ नि Salah is a captain options for game week 5 or कस्तो Salah नै किन माने किन हुन सकेन त्यहाँ हैन? Why Salah in Liverpool?
अब कस्तो छ भन्दाखेरि for Liverpool everything tends to flow through Salah के हैन. अब Mane is there, तर everything किनभने अब Salah र Trent Arnoldको position हेर्ने हो भने they tend to overlap each other all the time. They tend to play on the same side, and they tend to perform better when they are on the same side rather than when Mane is there. अनि त्यो पनि one of the reason is when Salah or Alex is performing playing better, then the other one tends to be benefited from that performance. अनि अहिले अब सबै राम्रो खेलिरहेको छ हैन. त्यसले गर्दा I think it's benefiting the team. I think one of the a bit if you look at the Liverpool squad, there's a bit ifs and buts, they lost what's his name,
Firmino.
No, the guy from Holland, with Wijnaldum. no, Wijnaldum or something.
Oh yeah.
Last, yeah. So they lost him, and his replacement is not up to the park. They
हजुर
lost Elliot in last game week. He was playing
हजुर
pretty good. Their last new signing, and Nevi Keita, is not performing well. So they are a bit light on that depart. And Thiago Alcantara is not in the same league as I mean, he's very good in ball position and reading the position and passing, but he's not that attack minded as the other player. So it all then comes down to Salah, Mane, and the wing backs or the full backs to put in crosses and all that. And if you put Jota in that same bracket, then what usually happens is Jota tends to cut the benefit that Mane gets. So Salah, you got Salah, but then you got Jota plus Mane.
Yep.
So Salah को पोजिसनिङ, त्यसको बल रिटेन्सन अनि शट्सहरू अनि जुन स्कोरिङ अपर्च्युनिटी असिस्टहरू चाहिँ इट टेन्स टु stay intact. तर जोटाले चाहिँ he tends to take some away from Mane because of the positioning and how he plays. And त्यही भएर पनि I think more people are going to Jota rather than Mane.
Yep. ठिकै त्यो सालाको त अब कुनै अब धेरै बोल्नु नै पर्दैन उसको स्ट्याटले नै देखाउँछ अनि that's why more than 50% managers are already backing him in their team. अनि let's move on to Rafinha. Bielsaको अब अहिले एकदमै hot leads with a good run of fixtures. अनि त्यो माथि अब जेम्स पनि स्क्वाडमा एड भएको छ. So still you think Rafinha is a good bet from Leeds?
Rafinha, मेरो विचारमा next few game weeks चाहिँ he should be in the starting 11, partly because he has got that X factor जो अरूसँग छैन. He tends to take ball with him. He's very good dribbler, and the most important thing, he tends to take a lot of shots outside the box and inside the box, which I think is a bit lacking from James, because his passing a bit wayward. He has got a lot of pace and a bit of dribbling skill, but his shots and the ability to make something happen is not in the same league as Rafinha. And again, they have got a very good fixer, and he's only 6.5. So and I still believe Leeds are going to score quite a lot of goals.
Okay. And Watfordको अब Sarr is one of the attacking center midfield, and he's always inside the D box area, and he's always tempted to attack and put some shots. So 6 million is bargain price.
I think it's a bargain. I mean, that boy is fast. I don't know तिमीले उसको गेम हेरेछ कि हैन, but that boy is super fast. I saw him and Traore from Wolves there, because Traore is one of the fastest player, and Sarr is in some same league as Traore. He's very fast. He has got excellent dribbling skill, and he takes shots from anywhere.
So far खासै सारले रिटर्न त गरेको छैन, so
रिटर्न गरेको छैन. तर अब फिक्सर्स हेर्ने हो भने नेक्स्ट अप इज नरिच एन्ड देन न्यूकासल. You can't get better than that, because Norwich भनेको त अब तिनीकै सेम लेभलको टिम हो नि त. लास्ट सिजन सँगै खेलेको टिम हो. लास्ट सिजन सारले धेरै राम्रो पर्फर्म गरेको थियो नरिचको अगेन्स्टहरुमा हैन. अब त्यसले गर्दा I think the only two players that I can see Watford getting points are from Sarr and from Dennis, because he's also very good. But Sarr being in the midfield and having that extra, dribbling skill and that extra attacking mindset, I think he will get some points against Norwich.
I really appreciate that. Sarr चाहिँ हुनै पर्ने एउटा प्रिमियम भ्याल्यु मिडफिल्डर चाहिँ हो. त्यसपछि हामीसँग वुल्सबाट ट्रियाङ्काओ छ. So why Triancao? Triancao is your differential option, अथवा he is
Trincao is someone I'm hoping will perform because I didn't know who Trincao was before I started watching Wolves game. He's a loanee from Barcelona.
Yep.
So he's in Wolves for a year loan, and I think there's a very, very good sort of expectation from Barcelona that he will become a very good player in the next few years. And I can
Okay.
see from what I've seen in the last few 2-3 games that I've seen, Trincao is a very, very good dribbler, and he has a very close. He has got very good, there's left-footed ball control like Messi, and he tends to find pockets in that attacking field. The only thing that's lacking a bit is his shot-taking ability. But he has been taking shots just outside the box and just inside the box, but he has
Yeah.
not been able to find the net. But looking how he performs and where he finds a space, अनि फेरि उल्सुकारको के छ भन्दाखेरि because they have got Traore, and everyone tends to get drifted by Traore, and that leaves up some space for Trincao to move in and get those empty pockets.
And what about कतिको अब भनौँ न टाइमको हिसाब चाहिँ गेम टाइम कतिको पाउँछ जस्तो लाग्छ किनभने ट्रियङ्काको सबस्टिट्युटमा ह्वाङ आएको थियो कोरियन मिडफिल्डर एन्ड ही स्कोर्ड goal as well. So what do you think he's gonna get more time in next coming fixtures, or he's gonna be substitute maybe before 60 minutes?
No, I think if he plays, then he will play 60 minutes definitely. तर अब next few game weeks ले चाहिँ डिटरमाइन गर्छ जस्तै अब त्यो कति खेल्छ भन्ने किनभने अबको नेक्स्ट गेम ब्रेन्टफोर्ड त्यसपछि साउथम्पटन त्यसपछि न्युकासल हैन अब तिनीहरू भनेको एकदम फेभरेबल फिक्चर हो they have got quite a few injury list. Podence just coming back from injury. They have got Neto who performed really well last season. He's injured, so they have got good attacking players who are coming back from injury. So when they are fully fit, then they will have a very, very good squad to choose from. तर अहिले नै हेर्दाखेरि Trincao is, I think, slightly better in terms of controlling the ball and making things happen than Wang Hee. The
Korean midfielder,
And also the goal he scored was a fluke goal, so by no means he made that happen. But Trincao is someone who can make things happen with his ball dribbling skill and passing and those vision, and being a Portuguese player from Barcelona, there's a lot of expectation behind Trincao. And they were
यसपालि EPL पुरै पोर्चुगिज टिमले खाएको छ
मेरो सेलेक्सनमा त एउटा म के भन्छु भने अब Trincao is a differential. I mean, if you don't want to go for Trincao, then just spend extra 0.1 or 0.2 million to get Traore. The only reason I went for Trincao is he would provide you differential option.
हजुर यही प्राइस रेन्जमा अझ यो भन्दा सस्तोमा चाहिँ आई थिङ्क हाम्रो एभर्टनको ग्रे he is also a very good option in 5.2 million. अनि यसमा तपाईले हजुर यसमा चाहिँ अब
the other player that I want to add, if you don't have that amount of money, is Conor Gallagher from
Exactly. म त्यही भन्ला थिएँ कसरी छुटाउन सक्नुहुन्छ तपाईले हैन Chelsea player.
Yeah, I know he's a Chelsea player. I mean, yeah, I would be very happy to have him in the squad. But it just we need to look for fixtures. Like next game week is against Liverpool. So I didn't choose him because the next game week is against Liverpool. But as a long-term cheap option, Conor Gallagher could be a gem.
Okay, so that's all for midfielders. So we'll go from striker. Hot properties are there in striker. So let's see. None other than Lukaku and Ronaldo.
I think these two are like fixer proof. So no matter what fixer you have, you gotta have them because if someone is going to get you goals, it's them. त्यही भएर अब जस्तै चेल्सीको नेक्स्ट फिक्सर टोटनम छ त्यसपछि म्यान सिटी त्यसपछि साउथहम्पटन not a very favorable fixtures तैपनि we saw to Tottenham's games, it's not the best at the moment. They are lacking a lot of defensive players. त्यसले गर्दा पनि I think they will struggle a bit in the midfield and in the defense. And also,
Yep.
I don't know why I'm not getting the same vibe from Tottenham this time around. If I know they have won 3 games in a row and they just lost 1 game. But all the games that they have won were by like 1-0. And they didn't had a lot of shots. They didn't perform really well. They didn't control the game. They just got lucky and they just won 1-0. त्यही भएर पनि I think Chelsea will win the game, and Lukaku would be the man to get some goals.
Yeah, for sure. Lukaku will make some damage. यही लाइभमा लास्ट सिजन तपाईँ यो लाइभमा आउनु हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ अब चेल्सीले खासै भर्खर पर्फर्म गर्न थालेको थियो टुचेल भर्खर सुरु गर्दै थियो सो यु वर रियली होपफुल विथ द चेल्सी एन्ड अहिले अब यो लुकाकु तपाईँले सेलेक्ट गर्नुभएकै सँग सम्बन्धित हुन्छ लिङ्क गरेर चाहिँ हाउ यु फिलिङ चेल्सी अलरेडी गट आफ्टर द्याट त्यो लाइभ पछि चेल्सी अलरेडी गट च्याम्पियन्स लिग दे अलरेडी गट सुपर लिग एन्ड दे आर रियली पर्फर्मिङ वेल दे आर लाइक दावेदार फर दिस सिजन होइन So how happy you are being a Chelsea fan?
Yeah, I mean, being a Chelsea fan, I think it's very good to be in this position, to see how the team is performing, not only in the competition but elsewhere. We've got a very good run of fixtures in the Champions League. Also, we've got good players. Just Lukaku is a very, very good addition. We needed someone like striker. Yeah, someone like him because
2 shots, 2 goals yesterday.
You saw the second goal, I know. Only a quality striker can get that kind of goal. Yeah. So we were lacking someone like him. So we got that goal scoring opportunity up front. We have got a very, very good midfield selection now with Saul coming in as well. We already have Kante, we have Saul and Jorginho and Kovacic. So we have got a very, very good, very strong defensive midfield option, and to complement that we have got very good attacking midfield. And mind you, we still haven't got our Captain America back, so I think
for sure यसपालि त चेल्सीले नै उठाउने हो EPL भनेर भन्दै कहाँबाट यो रातारात रोनाल्डो आइपुग्यो हैन सो व्हाट डु यु थिंक अबाउट रोनाल्डो व्हाट्स ह्यापनिङ इन म्यान युनाइटेड हाउ कम हुन्छ नि रोनाल्डो रातारात आएर 2 गोल हालिसक्यो हैन सो व्हाट्स ह्यापनिङ इन EPL
look that's the beauty of EPL okay anything can happen anytime we before Ronaldo आउनु भन्दा पहिला we always talked about it's gonna be Man City, Liverpool or Chelsea and all that. तर अब रोनाल्डो आएपछि त्यो whole equation change भएको छ हैन अनि अब the 2 reasons okay partly because Ronaldo is a 20 goal a season player right he will score 20 plus goals and secondly with having Ronaldo in a team especially in a Man United team that needed a boost, a morale. He gives you that. He gives you the X factor. किनभने अब आफ्नो टिममा कोही त्यस्तो प्लेयरहरू छ जसले गर्दा अलिकति राम्रो हुन्छ भन्ने प्लेयर आफै हुन्छ क्या मोटिभेट हुन्छ जस्तै मैले एउटा अघि भर्खर एउटा पोस्ट हेरेको थिएँ रोनाल्डो आएपछि म्यान युनाइटेडको प्लेयरहरूको डाइट नै चेन्ज भएको छ अरे क्या they used to eat like junk food and all that अहिले
छैन होला
I know त्यो त थाहा भएन तर because Ronaldo as you know is a very diet freak अब जस्तै हैन उहरु जंक फुडहरु खादैन सफ्ट ड्रिंक्सहरु खादैन अल्कोहलहरु खादैन हैन he exercises regularly he is in gym all the time he looks after his physique all the time अब त्यो एउटा उ भयो नि त जस्तै आफ्नो टिममा कोही त्यस्तो and mind you he is 36 Yeah, so त्यो एजमा त्यस्तो पर्फर्म गर्नु त्यस्तो डाइट मेन्टेन गर्नु भनेको त इट्स नट अ जोक के नट एभ्रीवन क्यान डु द्याट वन त्यही भएर त्यसले गर्दा अरू जुनियर प्लेयरलाई मोटिभेसन हुन्छ अरू जुन त्यो एक्जिस्टिङ प्लेयरहरूलाई मोटिभेसन हुन्छ त्यसले गर्दा त अब गेमको बारेज हुने हो नि त
या त्यही भएर अब यसपालि चाहिँ म्यान यु एकदमै स्ट्रङ्गेस्ट कन्टेन्डर भएको छ लिगको लागि सो यो सँगै हाम्रो अब playing 11 तपाईको playing 11 complete भएको छ so before we go to the summary let's look into our must avoid players none other than Son, Torres, Ben Rama and Fernandez. So छोटोमा भनिदिनु न दाइ किन छ नि चारजना प्लेयर अपोइन्टमा
छोटोमा भन्दाखेरि अब सन is injured, so we don't know its status. I think he will come back. But even though if we'll come back, next game is against Chelsea, and Chelsea have got a very good defense this time around. So I think it will be very hard for Son to break Chelsea defense if he plays, which is a big question again. And he, with 10 million, it's a very, very big outlay in your budget. So that's why I think you need to avoid Son. Second one, Torres, only because he has got that Pep factor. He has been playing 4-5 games continuously, so I think he will be rested by Pep this time around. That's the only reason why I'm flagging Torres as to avoid. Otherwise, Ben Rama is. I don't know. I've never like with some player you have got that feeling that he will not be performing well this time around. I just got that feeling, and the other thing is a lot of people have got Ben Rama. A lot of people have, and next game they are playing against United as well, and against United, I think it will be very hard for West Ham to score this time around. They were because a lot of people have a lot of people have Ben Rama. That's why I think it's good to avoid Ben Rama at this point. The other one over there is Fernandez, and that's for the obvious reason. Ronaldo is there, and because Ronaldo is there, you are going to get less opportunity for Fernandez. किनभने अब असिस्ट र गोल यदि युनाइटेडले 2 गोल अथवा 3 गोल गर्यो भने previously we would have expected at least 1 or 2 from Fernandez because there wasn't anyone like Ronaldo. तर अब Ronaldo आएको छ हैन, we would expect that from Ronaldo, and त्यसले गर्दा with 12 million price tag, I think if he was 10 million then okay, but because it's 12 million, I think that's a very, very high price tag to have someone who would be under Ronaldo.
So if Ronaldo छ टिममा भने फर्नान्डेज चाहिँ पक्कै पनि बेच्नै पर्ने हुन्छ, नत्र टिमको त्यो बजेटले नि पाउँदैन. So that's all for avoid 4. So make sure you think about taking these players out or maybe not buying these players in upcoming fixtures. So यो सँगै हाम्रो प्लेयर्सहरुको बारेमा रन डाउन चाहिँ सकिएको छ. So here is our summary हाम्रो सुमन दाइको थ्रुबाट. So we have 4-4-2 and then we have captain Salah and vice captain चाहिँ Ronaldo. Anyway, on top of the सुमन दाइ एउटा सोध्न मन लागेको कुरा चाहिँ हाम्रो क्याप्टेन चुज गर्दाखेरि अब हुन्छ नि, अब सालामा जानुहुन्छ अथवा रोनाल्डो अथवा लुकाकु छ त्यहाँ हैन, इभन आर्नोल्ड छ, he is also a captain material. So how do you choose captains, or is it just a like last moment your thoughts and then you give a shot to whoever you like?
त्यो पनि हो, अब मेन त फिक्सर्स डिसाइड गर्छ को क्याप्टेन चुज गर्ने भनेर हैन. अनि अब who is likely to get a clean sheet, and because अब क्याप्टेनमा हेर्दाखेरि अब सालाको फिक्सर्स र रोनाल्डोको फिक्सर हेर्ने हो भने वेस्ट ह्याम आर मोर अट्याकिङ देन Crystal Palace. So we are hoping a clean sheet from Liverpool. त्यसले गर्दा you are going to get extra point for Liverpool and for Salah. So that raises the captain pick option, because you are going to get double point if you get any extra point. But Ronaldo got the option हुँदैन. Even if they keep a clean sheet, he is not going to get point for clean sheet. But if it was not West Ham, say if it was any other lower the bottom half teams, then Ronaldo would also have been a good option. But Salah again has got a very good scoring record in Crystal Palace, so that was one of the reason.
भनेपछि तपाईले हुन्छ नि अब एउटा सेलेक्ट गर्नु पर्दाखेरि you go whenever you choose captain, you go with your instinct or you go with your stats
I would say a mixture of both.
Yeah.
अब मेन हेर्ने भनेको फिक्चर्स हेर्ने हो होइन अनि फिक्चर
हजुर
हेरिसकेपछि चाहिँ अनि त्यसपछि इन्स्ट्रिक्टिभ हुन्छ क्या जस्तै अब यसको यस्तो छ यसले त गोल हान्छ होला जस्तो अब कहिलेकाहीँ हुन्छ नि फिल आउँछ नि त अनि अब
हजुर
त्यस्तो भयो भने चाहिँ त्यसको अब अगेन्स्टमा जाने अब होइन यो त यस्तो यस्तो फिक्चर्स यो यसले त गोल हान्दैन भन्ने जस्तो लाग्यो भने चाहिँ अर्कोमा जाने बट इट्स भेरी हार्ड क्या कहिलेकाहीँ अब हुन्छ लास्ट मिनटमा आएर होइन अब लाइक अब विन्डो क्लोज हुनभन्दा त 1 घन्टा अगाडि आएर अब क्याप्टेन अब अर्को चुज गर्ने पनि हुन्छ कहिलेकाहीँ होइन तर इट्स मोस्ट अफ द टाइम इट्स फिक्चर्स विल डिसाइड हु टु चुज द क्याप्टेन अनि त्यसपछि यदि कुनै डाउट छ भने इट्स डाउन टु इन्स्टिङ्क्ट
त्यो माथि यो पालि त पक्कै पनि होम टिमलाई अलिकति धेरै एडभान्टेज छ बिकज द स्टेडियम इज फुल होइन सो स्पेसली म पनि मेरै केसमा पनि आई वुड गो विथ प्लेयर विथ होम म्याच rather than away match. So yeah, that's it. That's all for playing 11 for game week 5 from Suman Dai. So this is our must-have for 11. Must-have 11 for game week 5. Here comes to the end of our first section. So let's jump into our second section of our live. So second section सुरु गर्नु भन्दा अगाडि चाहिँ we have an FPLMN Numero Box. So यसको हाम्रो यो चाहिँ हाम्रो गेम 5 अथवा एपिसोड 5 को लास्ट नम्बर आज हामी रिभिल गर्दैछौँ. सो बिफोर वी स्टार्ट दिस एउटा छोटो इन्फर्मेसन दिइहालौँ. So Numero Box is our regular section which we reveal one number every live. अनि हामीले यसपालि यो सिजन चाहिँ पाँचवटा लाइभको चाहिँ एउटा सिरिज बनाएका छौँ. सो दिस इज आवर लास्ट live for series 1. So यो सँगै हामी हाम्रो एपिसोड 5 को नम्बर रिभिल गर्नेछौँ. So that means we have 5 number reveal already. आज चाहिँ हामी एपिसोड 5 को नम्बर मात्र देखाउनेछौँ. So if you want to know what numbers we have revealed in previous game weeks, you have to go to our YouTube channel and look into the numbers we have revealed and give those 5 numbers to us. Send that 5 numbers direct message us in our FPL Manager Nepal Facebook page, and one lucky winner will do lucky draw, and one lucky winner will win 500 rupees from us, and he will win one cake as a celebration from Cake Bakas. So you can be lucky winner. So just all you have to do is check those 5 numbers, reveal those number, and then send it us in our direct message, and we will get you in, and we will do the lucky draw. Let's see who will be that lucky person, right? So let's go, Suman Dai. Let's see what you have revealed for game episode 5. Here you go, 25. 25. Why is 25 so important in terms of football for you?
25 is very important because being a Chelsea fan, this 25 relates to one of our most successful season we had. Back in the 2004-2005 season, we had 25 clean sheets in a season, which is quite good. I think it's one of the record, and we had a record-breaking season, most points, most clean sheet, I think fewest number of goals. So that's why I've chose 25 at the point, at the number for this this episode.
Yep. पक्कै पनि 25 being a Chelsea fan, it's something remarkable. And then one loss and 25 clean sheet is not a joke. It was such a big season with points anyway, 95 points हैन. यो सायद रेकर्ड थियो अस्ति सिटीले त्यो रेकर्ड तोड्नु अगाडि है. So yeah, we hold
fewest number of goals considered as well, and it was like one of the remarkable season in EPL history.
Yep, पक्कै पनि. So yeah, the story behind 25 is very lucrative, very overwhelming. त्यो बाहेक अब 25 number, यो number पक्कै पनि पिक गर्नु, हामीलाई मेसेज गर्नु those 5 numbers, and we will do lucky draw on next live session, and we will have one winner, right? So lucky draw को हाम्रो मेसेज पठाउने डेडलाइन चाहिँ गेम विक 6 सुरु हुनुभन्दा अगाडिसम्म हो. So we will wait until game week 6. त्यसपछि तपाईहरुको मेसेज पछि चाहिँ we will wait until game week 5. गेम विक 5 सुरु भएसँगै हाम्रो मेसेज सेक्सन क्लोज हुनेछ एन्ड वी विल डु लकी ड्र अन नेक्स्ट गेम लाइभ एपिसोड है त लेट्स मुभ अन टु अनदर section now. So we're almost at the end of the season, end of the live show. So before that, I just want to give quick insight of our free league. हाम्रो FPLMN FPL Manager नेपालको free league पनि छ यो season. So from there, हाम्रो game week 4 सकिदासम्ममा we have our Rachana Bandari. Rachana Bandari is on top of the league. So congratulations, Rachana. So keep playing hard, and then त्यसपछि hopefully we can see you on Manager of the Month for September. So keep it up. Thanks for participating.
It's very good to see a female manager on the top of the league.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
एकदम पक्कै एकदमै राम्रो हो अनि यो यही हिसाबमा मलाई हुन्छ नि यसमा थप्न मन लाग्यो जस्तै मैले देख्छु कि अब हाम्रो प्रिमियर लिगको जुन फ्यान्टासी हुन्छ सो भइरहेको हुन्छ नि त अनि इभन दे हेभ दिज यो सिजन दे हेभ डेली सो एज वेल अनि लट अफ फिमेल पार्टिसिपेसन छ कि अनि इभन त्यो पण्डिट्सहरू जुन आउँछन् सो दे आर लट अफ फिमेल पार्टिसिपेसन्स whereas if you see FPL list हैन हाम्रो लगभग अब 8 million players छन् त्यसमा पक्कै पनि 90-95% त male participant नै होला so still more people are coming so 8 million is just a start जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई moving forward maybe in next 2 or 3 years हैन this number is going to double जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई के किनभने whole एउटा half of the world हुन्छ नि त्यो female participant त आउनै बाँकी छ के So with this result, you're the Rachana Bandari. I don't know. Hopefully, she is playing her own team. Right? This is very like good moment. Okay? This holds a future.
त्यो पनि हो किनभने अब यो हिस्टोरिकली अब फुटबल भनेपछि खालि मेल डोमिनेन्ट गेममा भन्नु बुझिन्छ नि त तर अब अहिले बिस्तारै अब वुमेन्स लिगहरू पनि अब राम्रो भइरहेको छ प्रोफेसनल लिगहरू पनि राम्रो आइरहेको छ त्यसले गर्दा अब जुन यो एउटा एक्सपोजर राम्रो भएको छ यो वुमेन कम्युनिटीमा अझै पनि हामीले त्यति धेरै प्लेयरहरू चाहिँ अब लाइक म्यानेजरहरू चाहिँ देखिरहेको छैन हैन फिमेल म्यानेजरहरू तर hopefully moving forward like as you said we are seeing a lot of pundits in the field and I've been following some in Optus Sports that I watch over here in Australia and we have got quite a few good female pundits in exactly. there as well so hopefully moving forward we'll get to see some more people and it'll be nice to see some more female managers coming out from Nepal as well because I think so far especially if we're talking about managers coming from Nepal I think there are hardly any female managers so there is a very very good opportunity to expand this fantasy within the female community especially in Nepal
that's true so your section चाहिँ हाम्रो free league FPLMN free league चाहिँ sponsored by हाम्रो INIRA Diamond they are our lead sponsor so हाम्रो भिडियोको स्टार्टिङमा नि मैले भनेको थिएँ they have a lot of offers going on so you can catch up and then check with them if they can be useful for your celebrations then obviously do remember INIRA Diamonds and thank you for sponsoring us as well so let's move on to our regular so this is our last slide so यो सँगै अब हाम्रो स्लाइड हरु चाहिँ एन्ड भएको छ and our live session is also at the end of the show
Feel unexpected playing 11 it has to be Rubim he's the manager of the manager as in he is managing a lot of teams he's managing a lot of other players within the team so sometimes it's very hard to remember what has been done for one team and pick the right selection for his one team so it might happen for his team that he might just choose unexpected player for his team score highest FPL point. I think talking about the next game week, a lot of pressure is on our our Subin Merzen, who was the winner of last season. He has had some underwhelming game week up until now, but I think in the next game week he has got some great players in his team. And the good thing is he hasn't used any chips so far, so he has an option to use the chip and get a very good team that can score a very, very good point. So I think I'm backing Subin for that one. Take transfer hit. I think our manager Sid might take some transfer hit because from last time I've seen his team, there were a few question marks with some players, and because it's a very important game week coming up, because it's a team battle, we might need to balance the team with some good players. So I think he'll be taking some hit.
So before we end this, so तपाईको सानो एक्सपिरियन्स त सुन्नै पर्छ दाइ. तपाईले युकेमा टाइम बिताउनु भएको थियो हैन, तपाईको एउटा टाइम थियो, एउटा लाइफको एउटा ड्युरेसन त्यहाँ बिताउनु भयो. अनि वी आर लाइक ब्याकिङ फुटबल फ्रम लन्डन अनि फुटबल फ्रम इङ्ल्यान्ड फर लाइक एजेस हुन्छ नि, यत्रो वर्ष भइसक्यो. वी अलवेज एक्चुअली युकेमा जानु पाए, एक्चुअली लन्डनमा गएर एउटा म्याच स्ट्याम्फोर्ड ब्रिजमा म्याच हेर्नु पाए त हुन्छ, सबै चिज पुग्थ्यो भने जस्तो हुन्छ. So you've been there, you stayed in London for so long. So give us some experience. कस्तो भयो तपाईको एक्सपिरियन्स हुन्छ नि, त्यहाँको भाइब्स कस्तो हुन्थ्यो? How do you take those weekends in London?
Football, especially UK, football is everything के. जस्तै यहाँ अब यहाँको फुटी अब यहाँकोहरू यो AFL र NRL हुन्छ नि, it's bigger than that के युकेमा. फुटबल इज अ रिलिजन है. अनि अब weekend I per se it's all about football. You start your day हैन 12 साढे 12 बजेतिर you start your day, you hit the pub, and त्यसपछि पबमा गएपछि every pub has got special setting to screen all the games. So you have got like 3-4 screens everywhere हैन. अनि every clubs have got their base supporters हैन. अनि every game चाहिँ इन्ट्रेस्टिङ हुन्छ क्या, किनभने you have got best supporters. अनि personally I stayed in different places in the UK. My highlight was at one point I stayed for my placement in Wales, which was very close to Liverpool, called Wrexham, and it was part of Wales, but being very close to Liverpool, they used to support Everton, not Liverpool. Yeah, so they were anti-Liverpool. So every time there used to be a Merseyside derby between Everton and Liverpool, it used to be like a festival over there. Huge crowd है. अनि त्यसपछि यो फ्यान फलोइङहरू त्यस्तै अब यता सानो पबमा पनि 100 जना मान्छे स्ट्रिममा हेरेको जस्तै हैन. एक्सपिरियन्स नै छुट्टै के. अब त्यो हुन्छ नि, एभ्री सर्ट मिस गर्दाखेरिको एक्सप्रेसन, गोल हान्दाखेरिको एक्सप्रेसन हैन, त्यो अब एन्थम जुन अब सिङ गर्दाखेरिको जुन त्यो हुन्छ नि त्यो एक्सप्रेसन, त्यो सबै एकदम क्याप्टिभेटिङ के. त्यो कस्तो म स्टेडियममै गएर हेरे जस्तो त्यस्तो भाइबहरू आउने हैन. अनि you just live for football के. अब म पनि अब त्यति बेला अब हैन, I was in my early 20s. I had nothing else to do हैन, so all I used to do was watch football. अनि you go to a pub at 12:30 and you start watching, and you are still in the pub at 8-9 in the evening because you watch those all 3 games, and then you start off watching La Liga. अनि त्यही भएर त्यो एक्सपिरियन्स चाहिँ एकदम मिस हुन्छ, किनभने अहिले अब because of all the other factors, and you can't do all those things, and also in Australia you don't have that kind of following. हैन, त्यो अब बाहिर पबमा गएर हेर्छु भनेर अब रातिको 12-1 बजे 2 बजे गएर हेर्ने कुरा हुँदैन हैन. अनि त्यो भएर त्यो चाहिँ एकदम त्यो एक्सपिरियन्स चाहिँ एकदम हुन्छ, एकदम मेमोरेबल नै हुन्छ. अनि त्यसमाथि although I didn't got a chance to go to Stamford Bridge and watch the game, but I watched a lot of under 19 games, and I got to watch Gareth Bale, Theo Walcott, and all those players when they were kid. And because I used to live around Brighton, I used to watch a lot of Brighton games, but they were back in League One, not even Championship. They were just starting to come to the championship. I used to live near Portsmouth, so Portsmouth used to be in the Premier League at that time. So I got a chance to watch few games for Portsmouth. It just the experience कुरा गर्दाखेरि experience you just can't describe के यो Premier League game week भनेको चाहिँ it's like our दसैँ के every week नै दसैँ जस्तै के
हजुर त्यो अब अहिले यो सिजन ब्राइटन यति राम्रो खेलिरहेछ दे हेभ सम क्लिन सिट्स एन्ड देन दे आर परफर्मिङ रियली वेल हैन डु यु स्टिल रिमेम्बर दोज स्ट्रिट्स हैन जहाँ चाहिँ अब तपाईले हिँड्नु भएको थियो त्यो अहिले कस्तो भइरा होला त्यहाँको माहौल कस्तो होला अहिले
त्यही त अब when I was there अब ब्राइटनको स्टेडियम जुन MX स्टेडियम छ त्यो it was just about to get built हैन because it's a brand new stadium. They used to play in a very small stadium at that time, hardly about 10,000 people, and because they used to play in lower league, all the lower league team used to come, so vibe didn't used to be like that. But being Brighton कस्तो city हो भन्दाखेरि एकदम यो cosmopolitan city, like you have people from all over Europe के तिम्रो यो पोर्चुगिजहरु त्यस्तै हुने त्यहाँ स्पेनिसहरु त्यस्तै हुने अनि अब अरु यो डच हैन अरु जर्मन सबै भएको किन त्यहाँ युनिभर्सिटी कलेजहरु एकदम धेरै अनि they have got a lot of pubs के त्यो pub र क्लबहरु एकदम धेरै भएको एकदम cosmopolitan vibrant city के ब्राइटन चाहिँ अनि त्यसले गर्दा पनि each game week चाहिँ अब you have so many options के you have so many pubs you can go and watch the football अनि or you can just go to the stadium and watch the football because although it's a small stadium you have so many choices you can just go there and watch it. It's amazing to see how far they have come from where they were when I was there. One thing I one time I think Brighton it was in the FA Cup. I think it was back in 2010 or 2011 season, and they were in the FA Cup and they were playing Liverpool home. Right? And we wanted to get ticket to go to that match, and it got sold out in like 2 hours of opening.
Oh,
yeah. So I actually remember that. Yeah.
त्यो त पक्कै पनि हो यो त हामी स्पेशली हामी अब एफपीएल खेल्नेहरु हैन इंग्लिश प्रिमियर लिग हेर्नेको लागि त ड्रीमै हो इंग्ल्यान्डमा गएर लन्डनमा गएर एउटा भनि म्याच हेरौँ भन्ने सो इट वाज रियली नाइस टकिङ विथ यु दाइ अनि इट वाज रियली लाइक नाइस हियरिङ दोज एक्सपिरियन्स हुन्छ नि एकदम आफैलाई नै त्यहाँ पुगे जस्तो भयो हैन सो थ्याङ्क यू अगेन फर बिङ पार्ट अफ एफपीएलएमएन फ्यामिली अनि थ्याङ्क यू अगेन टु पार्टिसिपेट अनि अब यसरी खेल्दै हुनुहुन्छ हैन सो अझै आउने दिनहरुमा नि खेल तपाईहरु एकदम यस्तै नै खेलिरहेको देख्न पाओस् हैन सो हुन्छ नि पछि long time we will be playing stay about 10 years 20 years सँगै बिताइदिउँला सो थ्याङ्क यू फर दिस लाइफ अनि केही भन्नु मन छ तपाईलाई अब लास्ट सो एन्ड गर्नु भन्दा अगाडि प्लिज
Yeah, I think the last few words as a family, we have already grown a lot, FPL from where we were 2 seasons ago. हामी कहाँ छ हैन हामी पनि ग्रो भइरहेको छ अनि what I want to say is this is not only about a footballing community के हामी अब फुटबलको लागि मात्र यो जोइन भएको जस्तो लाग्दैन है किनभने we are meeting people from different background हैन we are seeing different personality different अब धेरै प्रकारका मान्छेहरु छ नि त धेरै ठाउँबाट जस्तै हामी अब अस्ट्रेलियाबाट छ कोही नेपालबाट छ कोही कताबाट छ हैन धेरै ठाउँको मान्छेहरु धेरै फिल्डमा काम गर्ने मान्छेहरु छ त्यसले गर्दा you are getting a lot of connections है अनि I'm talking from my experience हैन मैले अब a lot of मैले थुप्रै मान्छेहरुलाई भेटे अब यो प्लेटफर्मबाट अनि धेरै फिल्डको मान्छेहरु तिनीहरुको एक्सपिरियन्सहरु हैन तिनीहरुको फुटबलिङ नलेजहरु अनि not only footballing like knowledge outside football like what is happening in Nepal what happens in Nepal those kind of things so I personally think FPL is not only a footballing community but it's a platform to make those connections elsewhere which can be worthwhile in the future right I mean one of the prime example is our team MERTZ Titan I mean, we are not like only footballing community के at the moment. When we started, we were हाम्रो कुरा
Yeah,
खाली फुटबलको मात्र हुन्थ्यो, खाली होइन या फुटबल यो गर्ने यो ट्रान्सफर त्यो ट्रान्सफर त्यति मात्र हुन्थ्यो. But moving on, fast forward like 6-7 months, we have grown much more than that. Okay, we talk about investment, we talk about part of our life, what we are doing, what are our plans, so we have grown outside football and become like a family, okay? Like a small community. So what I would like to say to all the other teams, or they might have some similar thing, but don't take this platform only as a footballing platform just to make your transfer, just to wait for the game week and do your talks and all that.
yeah,
Grow it in a way you can make it worthwhile, okay? Because in our current situation, it's very good to have these kind of connections, especially
yeah,
people from outside your comfort zone, or people outside your expertise or your area of knowledge. So it's good to have connections, and also it's a good thing to learn, especially for the young guys who are managers in our team. I mean, we have a lot of guys who are like
lot
20
of
years
yeah,
old,
lot of
yeah, 20,
yeah,
25. They're very young, they are just starting their career,
yeah,
not only in football, but they're actually starting a new career. अब के पढ्ने, के गर्ने, कस्तो गर्ने, होइन, के कस्तो जबहरू गर्ने, त्यो it's so you can learn from people who have already done that, and so
yeah.
because you are connecting with other people who have already done that. त्यही भएर I think just take that as a stepping stone to whatever you are doing.
Yeah, exactly. त्यही भएर हाम्रो यो सिजनको थेम नै छ, bring out the manager within, होइन? So we are like FPL manager Nepal, and we will bring out the manager within from all the managers, and we will rule the world. Hopefully यसपालि हाम्रो हुन्छ नि
Yeah.
वर्ल्डको टपमा नै हाम्रो FPL11बाट नै होस्, होइन? So with that note, we will end today's section. So thank you everyone, whoever is watching, and then thank you Suman Dai. So
No
with
problem.
count of 3, 1, 2, and 3.
See ya.